Well, Kaidi, I've been reporting here off and on the last few days since this collapse happened on Tuesday. There's an eerie sort of calm that's fallen over the neighborhood, and the city would argue that that's a good thing. They're trying to restore this normalcy, trying to reassure others in the neighborhood that there won't be further building collapses.
It's scary knowing that happened, especially right next to my building that I live in.
They put out in some emails that it was going to be like a lot of loud noises and shaking, but there hasn't really been a lot of that.
Students living in Pace University dorms, which were temporarily evacuated when the garage collapsed, say even as demolition work continues and a partial vacate order remains pinned to their buildings, they do feel relatively safe.
I know that the New York Department of the Buildings and everything has taken a look at it, and they have deemed that this building is structurally sound and safe, so I have no worries about being here anymore.
City officials have in fact sought to reassure those in the area during a briefing late Friday.
We did structural inspections of all the buildings surrounding that whole block.
We're not rushing through this cleanup. What I can say is safety right now is our #1 priority.
The collapse this past Tuesday killed the general manager of the garage, 59-year-old Willis Moore, and injured at least 6 others. As workers continue to pull crushed cars out of the more than century-old structure, investigators say they are looking into if too many heavy SUVs may have been placed on the roof and upper levels. Also, the building was originally designed for horses and buggies and had a recent history of structural violations that were never fully resolved.
The investigation hasn't determined yet that any of the violations that were open caused this, hasn't happened yet, or in fact, were they overloaded vehicles? We haven't come to that as of yet.
And the city, as reported in that press conference, is not doing any sort of mass investigative sweep of the 4,000 some odd garages that it monitors around the city. It did do a very precise check of the 17 garages affiliated with this ownership group and did not find any issues at any of those garages. By the way, we have reached out to the ownership affiliated with this garage multiple times as recently as last night, and we're told no one was available to comment. Live in the Financial District, Henry Rossoff, Pix 11 News.
All right, Henry, thank you so much for that.